Hello everyone, welcome to Coic Art, and I'm celebrating Inktober. What is that? Well, artists across the world participate in Inktober since Jake Parker started the challenge in 2009. And during October, one ink drawing is created per day, in a total of 31 drawings by the end of the month. This event is to work on skills and get in good drawing habits. And he's created an official 2018 prompt list, which I will be featuring day 4, which is spell. And for my spell, I did a witch's spell, where she is stirring up her potion in a cauldron. Anyone can participate in Inktober by following these simple steps. Number 1, make an ink drawing. 2, post it online. 3, use the hashtag Inktober. What is a witch? Google says a witch is a woman thought to have magic powers, especially evil ones, popularly depicted as wearing a black cloak and pointed hat and flying on a broomstick. The informal definition is an ugly or unpleasant woman. Witches are in fairy tales and movies like Into the Woods, Kiki's Delivery Service, Wizard of Oz, Practical Magic, and countless others. Witches came about in all cultures. Witches stand for the evil side of women who contains uncontrollable powers. And Halloween springs up the thoughts of withered old ladies stirring their potions in cauldrons. However, witches were said to be healers, averting disease and disasters. Communities respected witches as they served goddesses. Those trained in magic were called wise women. According to the Smithsonian, here's a brief history of the Salem witch trials. It was located in Colonial, Massachusetts, the year of 1692. Prisons were packed to the max with over 200 people who were accused of doing sorcery, also known as devil's magic. Out of 200, 19 were hung and an elderly man was crushed with stones, and a few died in jail. Salem had struggles, and at the time, Christians and other religions believed that witches hurt people with the power received from the devil. Thousands of mostly women were accused for suspected witchery. In 1689, English rulers went to war with France, devastating regions that sent refugees into Salem. The growing population put a dent in Salem's resources. This caused strife between the homes whose income depended on the port or agriculture. People were unsettled with Salem's first ordained minister, Reverend Samuel Parris. Because of his strict and greedy ways, Puritan villagers believed all the unrest was caused by the devil himself. 3 years later, the Reverend's 9-year-old daughter Elizabeth and 11-year-old niece Abigail played with a crystal ball and had visions of a coffin. They went berserk, screaming, chucking things, contorting in odd positions. The doctor blamed it on the paranormal. Other girls at this time went through the same thing, and under the pressure of Paris, these girls accused a Caribbean slave, Sarah, a homeless beggar, Sarah Osborne, and a poor elderly woman. All these were easy targets, being social outcasts. From there, the witch hunt was on. These 3 women were interrogated for confession for days with thumb and leg screws and other instruments of torture. The beggar and elderly woman were found innocent, and then Sarah the slave, however, confessed to being guilty, saying she signed the devil's book to serve him. She also stated that other women wanted to destroy the Puritans. So, all 3 women were imprisoned. With paranoia in the air, a loyal member of the church was accused of being a witch. So, really anybody could be accused. A 4-year-old named Dorothy and others were accused. In June, Bridget Bishop's plea was that she was as innocent as the child unborn. And that didn't really work because she was found guilty and first to be hung on the gallows hill. Minister Cotton Mather wrote asking the court not to count spectral evidence which are dreams and visions. After more were hung, Increase Mather, Cotton's father and president of Harvard, declared the injustice of spectral evidence. Governor Phipps took Mather's advice largely since his wife was being accused of witchery and trials were stopped. Many so-called witches were released by Inktober. Although the General Court apologized for this tragedy in Salem, it wasn't until over 250 years after that Massachusetts gave a formal apology. One of the most concrete studies published in Science in 1976 was by psychologist Linda Caparel. Blamed the abnormal habits of the accused on the fungus ergot, which can be found in rye, wheat, and other cereal grasses. Toxicologists say that eating ergot contaminated foods can lead to muscle spasm, vomiting, delusions, and hallucinations. Also, the fungus thrives in warm and damp climates, not too unlike the swampy meadows in Salem Village, where rye was a staple grain during the spring and summer months. Thank you for watching the end of my Witch's Spell Inktober sketch. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more videos. Have a wonderful day.